Hi, this is Will from My Spiritual Clarity, and today's video is about what to do when you're out of financial flow. And it should really be one of the many things you can do when you're out of financial flow. But here's one of the things I find the most effective. And I'm going to give you a specific example. It's about identifying what is the next belief that is the rock in the water hose that means that you can't allow the flow to go. So if you're watering the garden and you get a kink in the hose or a rock gets stuck in the hose, it's not going to go very well. Well, for healers and therapists and coaches and the people that I work with, and for myself, when that happens, there's a kink in the water hose. There's a belief that you've got that is stopping the magic, that's stopping the flow and the ease. And I've seen this not just dozens, not just hundreds, but a few thousand times now between many hundreds of clients and myself over the years. So I want to give you a specific example in case you are currently in a season where you wish you had more flow and a little less fight or a little less stuckness. So I was working with a client recently, a client that I've worked with for a while, and she was so frustrated, lamenting that she hadn't signed her first client yet. And now this is someone who's very successful in at least two other fields, her own business and in a different setting in the corporate world. She's made a lot of money. Like this person it's written a book. This person's very successful. But, or rather, and she's had a hard time translating that into her own private practice as a healer. And that's what we've been working on. And about 2 sessions ago, we were looking at something specific that came up because she said, "Well, I'm in a hole. I feel like I need some help to get out of it." So we did some specific belief clearing on what was coming up, and there were two things primarily that came up. The first one was this belief or feeling that she's too old, that's why it's not working for her. She's too old. So as we got into that one and also shifted and cleared it, she became willing to let that go. She became willing to destroy that at the point of creation. And that opened up the next door. So for you, in case you have that one and you're watching, I want to give you the opportunity to shift or destroy that belief as well. So join in if you'd like. So the belief that you are too old, ow. The belief, ow. That's a big one. The belief that you're too old to have success. Would you be willing to destroy that belief at the point of creation? And it's either a yes or it's a no. Okay, so for her, what that brought up was past work environments where she had been told that she was too much. So she'd been told she wasn't a team player, that she was a bit too cocky. She had failed previous kind of what she'd call culture tests, which, if you're in the corporate world, you know what that means. I don't even have a full understanding of what that means, but she was told that she wasn't a team player. And how she translated that was that she was too much. You know, you're being too much. And she'd had that message in other areas, in her personal life and in other places. So she kept dimming her light, trying to hold back more, trying to not be herself. And she wasn't having the ease and the flow in her business that she wanted. And of course, those things are connected. Now, what was ironic was she was saying things like, "Well, I'm the kind of person that gets shit done," and then realizing that in her practice as a healer, she was not getting any shit done. She was being quite unproductive most days. Not completely unproductive, but quite unproductive. And as she started to see that, it was ironic. It was in a way ironic that she was having this, you know, I'm too much and people can't handle me, and that she gets shit done. And as she started to see the paradox there, and she started to see that her having the belief that she's too much was actually creating more of that in her reality. I'm too much, people can't handle me, for her, was creating more of people can't handle me. And as a business owner, that meant people don't hire me. People don't pay me. I don't get paid as a healer because I'm too much and they can't handle that. So what would seem like a kind of a disempowered, not enough statement was actually a kind of full of yourself, kind of grand, cocky. Well, cocky was one of the words she used from a previous job, a cocky statement. even though she didn't feel like that at all. And so as we got clear on that and we cleared, ow, whew, there's a lot on this, energetically speaking. As she got clear on that and we shifted that belief, we just had a session last week, which was all strategies, specifically because she had a clarity call booked with someone that was curious to work with her. And it was a pure strategy, what to say, what to do, unique to her, and how she could best run that without, templates and things, but just going over the structure of it all and how she could, what she could say and what she could do. And I just got an email on the Friday to say, oh my gosh, I signed my first client in my healing practice. I am so excited. Can't wait to tell you more. And I can't wait to hear more about it. And as I was reflecting on that a little bit to see, when we're out of flow financially, we feel a little bit stuck. As healers, coaches, and therapists, there's always, there's a lot of things it could be, but very likely there's a belief that there's got a kink in the water hose, a block in the hose, and once you identify it, things will shift and change. So on that one, let me see if I can, because for her it was a bunch of different ones, but let me see if I can put it into one belief clearing that you can try and do right now and see if you can shift it for yourself and experience a bit more ease and a bit more flow, not just in your business, but in your finances. Oh, we'll just keep it simple. Yeah. Okay. So the belief. There we go. All the ways that you are being or holding the story that you're just too much for people to handle, and when you be your full self, it doesn't work out. All the ways you're continuing that reality so that people don't hire you. Would you be willing to destroy that at the point of creation? It's a defense mechanism. It's a way of staying safe. Okay, so if this resonates for you, I'd love for you to go into the comments. I have a link to a free money workshop that I put on, and from there, there's an offer and because the money workshop's not a money manifestation, blah blah blah. I mean, I love those, but this one's not that. It's a strategy, like what to do, how to do budgeting, specifically for healers, coaches, and therapists. And there's 3 or 4 different interactions live that I did with people to shift beliefs around their money flows. And we covered a lot. So I'd love for you to see that. And then from there's an offer for my new 4-week container for money and alignment and money flow, where I'm just taking 4 people for that. And we're shifting beliefs every week to help you have better flow and better rhythm with your money. So I'd love for you to check that out if today's video has been good for you. So you can check that link out in the comments below, and I will see you soon for another video. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.